Um, so yeah, we pick a faction that helped us get like our first of 2 boxes, which is probably our quarters. So someone helped put us up in our lovely abode.
Help you.
What if it
Bear
was the
I
temple?
and
could
runes sound
see
pretty good.
if he, for whatever reason, had an interest. I could see maybe Lord Bentcombe putting us up. Maybe he just had a lease on an old building there that he just didn't care about anymore. Just said here.
Directly oversees some of the more esoteric gambling houses.
Yeah, that
Can
was
I?
the character that got introduced with Shay's.
Bird, did you
Nice.
win the deed in one of your
Maybe.
races?
Maybe I
Ooh,
did.
I like that.
So we get +1 faction with him. I don't want to spend any coin
Yeah.
Yeah,
for the additional faction. Fuck that
I
noise.
would be upset if we decided to go at war with him because he's my vice purveyor.
Nice. Good. That's great. And 1 faction was harmed when we got an upgrade. Take -2 faction with them or spend a coin and it's only -1.
I would figure it would be somebody in the pipe town would probably have the issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they're harmed.
I think it's the lizards.
Lizards or the wizards?
Sorry, the wizards. I totally think it's the wizards.
But why
I
not the
heard a
lizards?
child.
Because so the lizards seem to be like we probably between the 2 of them we thought we could take the lizards more in a stand-up fight, or at least that's how I see it. And the wizards we want to like weaken their position first. So if we go after the wizards first, the lizards will probably help us, and then we can stab the lizards in the back.
Okay.
Also, Zach, putting wizard and lizard against each other in a list adjacent to each other is a questionable decision when it comes to radio quality.
It's a little cruel.
Yeah, well,
Lizard and wizard. Always
Yeah.
enemy.
No, it's funny.
That's the
I
view of
back
the
you on
side.
this.
Oh no, it's really funny, and I definitely like appreciate that. It's just
I just assumed it was a callback to that extortion racket episode in Argent Springs with the lizard wizard.
Oh shit. That's true.
Even the bone.
right. And then
I
we chose a
completely lost
favorite-
track of things. Oh yeah.
we chose a favorite contact.
Mm-hmm.
And then 1 faction is friendly with your contact, and 1 faction is unfriendly with our contact.
And the contact was Tomas, the
The Physiker.
And that's independent of our other faction stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they can stand on top of each other, or they can also not. Who would have a doctor on call?
well, Lord Bentcombe probably would. The Red Hooks probably would.
With the Bewley brothers?
Yeah, maybe if the drug runner happens to have a guy OD on him, maybe he's got like
Yeah.
a street doc.
Because they sound like fun.
They're my vice purveyors.
Nice.
Oh, that's not right. Da-da-da.
And then we've pissed someone off. Or maybe it's just the other pipe wizard faction.
That makes sense.
Okay, so you're on good terms with the wizards and bad terms with the lizards?
We're on bad terms with both of them.
Oh, okay, great.
Because we've moved into
Right.
Pipe Town, and we're like, fuck all of y'all.
Initially,
You
we were doing okay with the wizards, and we're not too good with the lizards. But
Yeah.
as they realized that we were playing both sides against each other, relationships showered. With both sides, strangely,
Who are we on good terms with?
Bentcombe
the
Yeah.
Bewley brothers, for what
and
I
the
have.
Bewley brothers. So basically, 2 people's vice purveyor.
Fair. Fair.
Where you get your stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. And you are on bad terms with the pipe wizards, the pipe lizards, and the clanking hordes? Is that how we went up?
I used to
Sounds
work
good.
for the Clanking Horde, so
Yeah, I think they're just
maybe I
neutral.
don't work for them now because I was an asshole. But
Maybe it all went bad. Okay. Cool. Do we have more things to choose?
I think that's
I
it.
think we're good.
Okay.
For the 6th time, I think we're actually
Yeah.
done this time.
Awesome.
Huzzah.
Hold on. No, just kidding.
hold it.
I would actually be impressed if you could even come up with like a bullshit answer.
All right. Well, here's my bullshit answer. I don't have the people that are supposed to be important to me because I don't have the book open in front of me. So there's the hold up. There's the hold it.
Hold on, I can help you.
You're a leech.
I am a leech. Who are my clever friends?
Your friends can be Stasia, an apothecary, Veldrin, a psychonaut, Eckerd, a corpse thief,
Did you
Jewel, a blood drinker,
Did you
and
just say
Melissa.
psychonaut?
Yes,
Yeah.
Melissa,
That's also-
a priestess.
It's also a blood dealer, not a blood drinker.
Oh, it is totally blood dealer.
Yeah,
Okay, well that
makes it
changes
so much
everything.
Yeah,
Because I'm
right.
going to be a vampire.
There's one in every podcast session.
Well,
Would have another
Yeah, no, this point is just yeah.
Blaze in the Dark. What page is it on?
If you go to the Sheets PDF and not the rulebook PDF, it's on page
5.
7.
Oh, mine's
I
on
don't
5.
actually have the Sheets PDF handy.
Terrible.
I am
Here, Mike.
Do you
the
want me to just
bastards.
paste them in chat?
I'm pressing down as fast as I can. It should be around
Okay.
here somewhere.
It's
Leech,
page.
okay.
Yeah, you got it.
So this psychonaut, what does a psychonaut mean to you? Oh, wise DM, who is lordly and powerful.
His name is
Whoa.
Raz. He's in a video game from the 90s.
Raz the Psychonaut.
It's about to
never
have a
played it.
sequel.
I can't really fault you for that.
I didn't play the
yeah.
girl with the camera either.
Beyond Good and Evil?
I just went evil.
It wasn't Beyond, it was the thing. Yeah.
That game actually like has legs in today's society because it's all about like freedom of the press and objective fact versus propaganda.
So,
Okay, so anyway, bring it back. Yeah, so Psychonaut in this setting, that makes me think about Psychonaut. The word, the suffix "not" makes me think about travel, right?
Yeah.
So, is she someone? What's the name on the Psychonaut?
Veldrin, a
Veldrin.
psychonaut, perhaps an addict to poison to ever return to lucid thought, or perhaps an explorer of psychedelic realms beyond mere mortal experience.
Yeah, so tattoos up and down her, like every visible portion of her body that you can see outside of her clothes. And she's dressed kind of bohemian style most of the time when you see her. And those tattoos are all in some weird script that you don't recognize. Can you read, Mr. Leach?
I think that we all know how to read now. We didn't when we started working here, but that changed, and none of us are clear why.
Okay.
I love that.
Okay. Can
Sorry.
read now.
So, I hope that the Fate approach to citing worlds is okay with you. RPG's hard mode engaged.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So Veldra tells you, like, she'll tell you stories about places she's been that are, like, not here, and how she escapes into this other place, a better place. But she's also, like, strung out most of the time.
Sweet.
Yeah, she's totally my buddy. I was originally going to go with the apothecary, but now it's that awesome person with letters that I can't read, even though that I can read now. That was weird. And the person who hates me is Eckerd, the corpse thief, because I don't know, I haven't figured it
Fix
out.
up the corpse monstrosity robots.
Your
And
best
how's he supposed to steal bodies if you've crammed them into robots?
Yeah, you kept like hijacking his hull and like building a robot out of it.
And I've stopped doing that now in order to get away from him, and he still fucking hates me.
Well, yeah.
He still tails you, shouting out, "Took my job."
germs.
Yeah.
That's canon now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. That
Okay.
guy. That guy's
I-
canon.
I super duper think that's it now.
Okay, cool. So the last question that I have for you guys before we kind of start our first job here is, do you want to do downtime stuff at the end of this session or at the start of the next one?
So in the other blades, we've been kind of doing it at the beginning of the next session, and I feel like that gives you a little bit of time to like think about what you want to do and maybe like good things to play off of. So I would vote for beginning of next session, but it's really just whatever everybody else wants to do.
Start of session I find works really well, yeah, because like Chris said, like I can basically turn over the start of the session to be like, okay, who's got a downtime action ready, and generally someone does. Even if it's as boring as just like, yeah, I train prowess, and I just like draw that out by being like, cool, tell me what you do, while I frantically like fill in the last of my notes.
All of the push-ups.
All right.
And now that the curtain has been removed, we know your secrets, Andrew.
Well, I'm a player now. I'm allowed to be fallible.
It's true. It's true. The pressure's all on me. Okay, so with all that out of the way, we'll just go ahead and do the downtime stuff at the beginning of next session.
Okay.
Plan on doing it at the beginning of each session thereon. So, you guys are Bravos apparently trying to take over Pipetown.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let's do our first job.
Okay.
Excellent.
What sort of thing, like, your first night out, are you on a job? Did somebody hire you to, like, deliver a notarized, like, contract to someone? Or are you, like, hitting another gang trying to take their turf?
I think what we're doing, our first night in Pipetown, I think what we do, the first thing is, like, Vetra's drawn up this contract, and it's ironclad, and we're going to go deliver it to, like, the Wizards or the Lizards, dealer's choice. But basically just, like, extort the shit out of them. Because that's our thing, this is our turf now, and you're some fucking wizard-lizard nerds.
Do we try to bully somebody into signing it, and it basically just says, your territory is ours now?
Something like that. Like,
Yeah.
I think we start rolling hard.
I think we would be fine with either outcome. Either they sign the papers or we break knees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Signed paper will trust someone else with hands.
If we,
Okay.
I think we kind of want to take the turf, because if you look at the layer map, that lovely layer map, that
terrorize citizens.
Yes.
+2 coin for battle or extortion.
Yeah.
Plus
That's some
2 coin
synergy
for
right there.
lower class targets.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow. We can say the lower class because we're oh, is it lower as absolute or lower than us?
I think it's absolute lower.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's like lower class citizens are like
You know, like the
Gotcha.
shitty part of town we live in.
Yeah. I was about to ask.
people
what's
here
relative
are either
to
lower
sensitive?
class or like catering to lower class people for some reason. Like there's no one else here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's pipes, for God's sakes.
It's true. There's just fucking
It's a
pipes.
series of pipes.
It's a forest
Okay.
of pipes.
All right, so you guys are gonna hit the lizards,
Yes.
the pipe lizards,
Excellent.
not to be confused with the pipe wizards.
Nope.
I think it's explicitly
Triple-
designed to be confused.
Triple checked that before we left our lair. We are hitting the lizards and not the wizards.
This
guys
involved a
wonder-
frantic rewriting of a contract.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just say this? Crumbling, scribbling.
All right, cool. So to describe to me, like, what's is this an assault? Is that what we're doing, or is this?
I'm thinking front
just want to
door,
know.
like kick the door in, break some legs.
So we're still
That sounds
executing
like
a
an
contract,
assault.
though, right?
Yeah. I think this is like delivering a hostile warrant is how we do this.
Yes.
Certain
Yes, we-
papers.
Oh God!
Exactly.
Like cover all the exits, like SWAT team breach and clear
Knock,
shit.
knock, warrant delivery. Throw it under the door, boot the door down, and just start.
The first knock is the
Capping
battering
these.
ram. The second
Or
knock
we
is
literally
the
pin the
flashbang.
warrants onto people.
Yes.
You've been served.
Poof.
You can tell because it is in your face now.
Please fill out this card.
Please acknowledge
That's
the
like
receipt
a
of the
non-warrant.
paper. Okay, this is gonna be
Okay,
great. This is gonna be great.
We're
Yep.
good people.
The pipe wizards have a couple of clubhouses around Pipe Town. They're mostly in like pump stations for the pipes.
Mhm.
some of them are higher up. Are you guys climbing to get there, or are you just gonna like walk in?
Should we start low and work our way up, or start high and work our way down?
I mean,
start low.
Start
yeah,
low.
I think we consolidate and then work our way up.
Okay. So yeah, I guess let's start at whatever the lowest one is and work our way up the chain.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Did Zach just crash?
His Discord went all wonky for a second, so
Yeah, I was noticing that too.
it is possible.
He's still in the Discord.
Yeah.
But yeah. We'll give it a second. Oh, well,
Okay, you guys can hear me?
Yeah.
we can
can
now.
now.
Yes.
We can hear you now.
I don't know what's going on right now. Okay. It's telling me that I'm disconnected from the voice chat at this
Interesting.
exact moment. Yeah, it's pretty bonkers. I'm gonna go ahead and like refresh just
Okay.
to try to. Okay, how's that?
I can hear you fine.
Yay.
It's better.
Excellent. Excellent. So, I'm sorry, did we say we're working our way down or up?
Start at the bottom, work our way up the chain.
Okay, cool. So, which is literally the ground level, right?
Yep.
Yep.
It's the bedrock that everything's built on. Has basically streets with huge gutters along the side it, and the refuse from the city above runs down into the gutters and eventually into the river and out. And there are pipes that pump fresh water from the river, hopefully further up from where this dumps into the river. Steam, all these things to the rest of the city. There are pumping stations that manage these things. Basically, if you've been inside one that's a fairly cramped space, but it's fairly long, and pipes everywhere, knobs, valves, readouts, things that no one monitors anymore, really.
That's probably fine.
They either work on their own or they don't work, and the pipe wizards kind of claim to know what they're doing, but you really don't think they probably do that well. But they have claimed these sorts of areas as kind of their clubhouses. So imagine like any scene in a movie where you are staring down a hallway that has conduits running down it. But they are.
Okay.
And usually they're like a little rat's nest of various passages and those sorts of things, and rooms with rather poor furnishings because that's what you can find in Pipetown.
Exactly.
It's probably like literally that couch that those Frosh students threw out last week, sort of thing. Like everything is that quality of furniture.
Oh,
There
yeah.
are holes in this
Yeah,
couch,
and the whole place. Yeah, the whole thing has a real Flophouse vibe to it. Like, this is the best they can do, but it's not great. And so if you're trying to serve some sort of a warrant on these guys, you have to get in that place and find some of them to serve, and then I guess pacify them while you're serving them?
Only if they make
right?
that necessary.
Yeah. Maybe they'll comply with the letter of the law we just wrote.
Yeah.
Maybe they will. Maybe they will recognize your authority. Terms with these people? Yes, you already are. Have you done this before? Is this the first time, or is this like
I think this is
a
like
known thing?
a few days into us being here, maybe, or like night one, we have a map. Like we have the deed in one hand, a map in the other, and then we're like, all right, we're gonna go beat these dudes up.
I think Bentcombe gave us that map.
I was going to say
Sorry.
I've probably skulked around in these pipes for my scavenger hunt competitions.
Okay.
This is generally around town. Like,
Yeah.
and sneaking through pipes definitely sounds something that my character would definitely be doing as like a pastime.
Okay, great. Yeah, so you would have some familiarity with this stuff. And yeah, they do run all over town, and the bigger ones you can actually fit like inside, or you can climb on top of them. You might even know like some ways through this specific house, like pump house.
Okay.
if you've been around long enough. And yeah, if Lord Bentcombe sent you the deed to your what is it, the
Office.
yeah,
Oh, the Pipel's notary.
the Pipel's notary. If Lord Bentcombe is supporting your thing, your claim to that, maybe this was part of the deal, right? Like these pipe wizards, they're causing too many problems. We got maybe they screwed Lord Bentcombe. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they messed up a repair on Lord Bentcombe and he wants you to go show him what's up. So you can go take their.
Oh God, he's really petty. Like, they got the water and sewage
super
lot
petty.
to like
Yeah.
one of his like not even like his house, but just like someone who owes him a favor.
Yeah,
The servants'
yeah.
quarters smelled off for a few days, and he could smell it
Yeah.
from his place.
Exactly. He's that kind of dude.
My
With the wig and
character is
everything.
definitely someone who would kind of like most of her career is like at the beck and call of like the nobility. Like my shady
Okay.
friend is maybe a former sponsor of mine from the races.
I probably call you lapdog, much to like your chagrin.
I don't really care about your opinion.
Ooh.
That's probably
Yeah.
a wise stance.
Just an eye roll is all you get from that. Okay. So describe to me the situation. It's always dark in Pipe Town. There's like gaslighting, I guess, or like maybe some magical bulbs scattered around here and there, so people don't like have to stumble around in the dark, but it's not very bright.
Yeah,
There's
so
pipes everywhere. You're actually kind of like right next to the gutters. What's your plan and your approach here?
Well, Misha is making a bomb.
Stands to reason. So,
I was thinking
Just that's remarkably a Belle thing to do.
I would just
But,
like to say I'm still a bird character.
Yeah.
And you're making a bomb, so I'm very nervous.
You have nothing to fear from me. Not Crow. I will totally not shoot you with my stun gun.
Her
Okay.
character is literally Bird.
Yeah.
are you Polish or Polish robot? I can't decide from your accent there, Mike.
I am
Oh.
someone who has not spent a lot of time around someone with this accent. So it is half Belky from Perfect Strangers and half Nico Bellic from Grand Theft Auto.
role models right there.
Right. Okay, so yeah, so the way this works is you guys tell me what you're doing in broad strokes, and then we roll an engagement check, right?
Yeah.
So hit me with your plan, guys.
Okay, so I see this as like an assault job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anybody disagree with that? I mean, this.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna probably go heavy load. No, normal. I'm gonna go normal.
Are you sure? Because really, you and Heavy.
Yeah, no, that's my other one that has ability to fight things good.
Murderosaurus. This is not Murderosaurus. This is.
I mean, yet.
We could technically style this as a social.
Oh, Jesus.
Because it's negotiate or what is it? Negotiate, bargain, or persuade.
That's kind of up to, like, Zach, then. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
How sociable is kicking down the front door and forcibly serving
No,
someone?
I'm not. I'm saying. I'm saying for how we want to approach this. I'm not saying we're gonna style that as social.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
we're
Cyrus
still
is-
deciding how we're walking in.
Yeah.
Cyrus's plan is pretty much essentially walk in the front door, start banging on one of the random pipes running through the walls to make as loud an echo as possible, and say hello.
My plan is to stand behind him.
Okay.
Fetra has this real cool, like, reversible briefcase that's got her stuff in it, and also like a clipboard with a bunch of contracts. So she
Just, like, standardized contracts,
She
and you
pulls-
just fill in the
Like yeah,
names.
just have a few lines left to fill out.
Yeah.
Is the briefcase like your strange weapon?
Maybe I'm not gonna divulge that just yet. But she does have a button she can push, and like legs come out of the bottom, and it can actually work as a table for signing things on.
Do bloody palm prints count as signing?
Yes.
According
a
to
thumbnail.
the recent legislation that was passed, yes, they do.
All right, so I'm hearing assault.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Uh, you're basically just belling up to these people, so that seems daring. So that seems like an extra +1.
I think that only works if we are the daring
No,
tag.
it's if the plan is
Die, right?
if the plan is
Is this operation
sufficiently
particularly
daring.
bold or daring?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's brazen would be the word I would use. So yes,
Yes.
I think that's probably that. It's not overly complex or complicated because
No.
we're just rolling up and hitting them until they sign something.
Sometimes doors open.
Yeah.
My vice purveyor gave us a map.
Yeah, so
Yep.
that's probably a contact, huh?
Are they particularly well suited or vulnerable to this?
I don't
Or is
know.
this kind of neutral?
It is kind of neutral.
Alright.
That's probably a wash. You got a friend you got a contact that is helping you, Lord Bentcombe.
Mm-hmm.
And there are no enemies or rivals interfering in the operation besides the ones that you're about to go brutalize. So that's probably fine. Other elements, yeah. You guys, I mean, technically they're a higher tier than you, but these guys are kind of the schlubs, so I'm not going to read too much about that. Okay, so it sounds like you guys have what?
We get one for sheer luck, and then
One for sure,
Yeah,
one for helpful NPC, one for daring.
bold and daring.
Yep.
So 3 dice.
Sounds like.
So whoever's leading this op, in whatever way you want to take that,
Dude,
I
give me a roll.
I was gonna say I think Tyrus is first in the door.
That's true.
It's my default position. I'm
Yeah.
used to it. So
Can I toss in a bomb first?
You absolutely can.
Let's have
Why
the
would I
door.
stop that from happening?
Okay.
I would
Really?
like to flashbang before you breach. Is all I'm saying.
I wouldn't call what I'm doing breaching, but sure, go ahead.
I think we still have to roll the engagement roll first.
Yeah, we gotta do that first.
I think what the
Oh,
engagement
yeah,
roll is
no.
going to decide is how well this flashbang
Yes.
breach bang.
Did you
and
throw
clear
it
goes.
before the door opened?
What is this thing at my feet? Oh!
He knocks on the door, runs away. They come and open it, and he goes again.
Misha's a little fast on the trigger there. Just
Yeah.
bounces it off the door and into Tyrus. Yeah, so I guess I don't know. Somebody roll. Somebody give me a 3-die roll here.
I will do it.
Sure.
Make Tyrus do it.
Yeah, no. Let's get Kyle to roll his first roll on this.
Okay.
Ooh, yes.
Don't fuck it up.
Hmm.
You fucked
That's
it
not bad.
up. Kinda.
That's not bad. That's a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
It's
not
okay.
bad.
It's barely a pass.
Yeah.
Hey, barely
Okay.
pass is still a pass.
We
Hey,
D
it's still
D
bad.
minus this assault.
Don't forget, Andrew's rolled like 4 negatives on Fate dice before.
Oh yeah. In a row.
Consistently. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to
so-
cast
okay.
a ritual.
All right. So that's not a good success though. That's a
It's a complicated
Okay, so
success.
So what happens now is So the flashbang plan is still the flashbang plan, right? That's still
Oh
happening.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
so.
Okay. So, Tyrus, you walk up, and it's a fairly heavy metal door. And you see they're all over Pipetown, right? This construction. And you sort of ease the door back, and it makes this really loud, like, grinding noise. And you can hear people scatter inside. You can hear them react, right?
Oh, it's like
and
rats.
then
Mm-hmm.
and then your comrade here chucks an explosive device past you through the door, and all hell breaks loose because while he's expecting a flashbang,
Oh god.
it turns out there may have been a little swamp gas or some sort of like
is why they call me shit fingers. I am not very good at the bombs. Technically wonderful, but sometimes side effects.
A little more bang
also-
than a flash.
Super effective. The entire, like, you hear, as the bomb sort of goes in, you can hear sort of fizzle, like maybe the fuse went out, and then from inside, as apparently everyone is sort of waiting to see what happens next, and then the loudest explosion you have ever heard comes ripping out of the doorway at you, actually tears the door mostly the way off its hinges, and knocks Tyrus into the gutter, which is like 3 feet deep and full of sludge.
Oh.
And the door is now now hanging open, sort of at an angle.
All right.
People
We have come
inside.
to serve warrant. Accept or be destroyed.
From inside the muck of the swamp, you see a hand extend out, holding like a tube of parchment, saying, "Paper."
Papers, please.
Okay, was everybody on the breach team? Where's everybody else?
Glory to Aristoka.
I was hanging behind Tyrus, so hopefully Tyrus.
You're
Yeah,
4
no,
feet in the
he's-
muck.
He's
Yeah.
pretty meaty. He took most of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did take most of
Um,
that. Is that
Okay,
stress or harm? Is that something I can resist?
Yeah. Give me your resist.
Okay.
Well,
I'm-
is there any harm? Because I mean, so like,
Yeah, is there
this
any
is avoiding
harm?
the consequence.
Oh
Basically.
yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna say it's pretty minor for a tough guy like you. Probably level 1
Level 1 harm?
harm. Just getting thrown around a little bit by an explosion. You weren't like in the harm. You were sort of protected by the door, but you still kind of got.
Is the level 1 harm jostled?
Concussed?
Russell.
Level 1, I'll just take that. I've had worse.
Okay, cool.
That's a good level 1 harm name, actually.
What?
I've had worse.
I've had worse.
I've had worse. Okay. So there is. So Vetra and Misha and Tyrus are accounted for. Where are our bomb thrower and our thief?
I am probably somewhere in the middle or the back.
Like, were you all standing on like the bank of the sludge pile, essentially, the gutter?
I guess so.
I like to imagine that I know enough about Mikhail that as soon as I see a bomb appear, I
get the
get
fuck
out
out.
of like the path of explosion. So I'm actually probably off to the side.
I was probably making sure that nobody was following us.
Okay. All right. So yeah, fire coming out of the doorway, screaming coming from inside, thrashing bodies. Yeah. Just-
Oh, that was very big.
That was beautiful. I'd like to yell inside and tell them that they don't need to die; they just need to sign this paperwork. And if they're willing to do so, you will get nowhere with your screaming. The pain is merely mental, cousins.
You
Relax.
can hear
Are we a mafia now?
above the screaming. You can sort of hear. There's a perception style skill, right?
That would be survey.
Yeah.
Survey.
I may need a roll for that.
Got it. I don't have any.
Let's say I don't either. Mine's dog shit. So
I have 2 in survey.
Holy
If I
shit.
can-
Well,
Okay.
you're in the sludge though.
Yeah, you're in
Yeah,
the
exactly. Exactly.
I'm
Does
still-
anyone else have?
Bird, give me a survey roll.
Oh, because we're being
Okay.
tailed.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. I am gonna. No, it's risky. It's gotta be.
Do you,
yeah.
do you want a devil's bargain?
Yes. I love
Always.
devil's bargains.
That first. The bargain is your office is haunted.
Oh,
Okay.
Sweet.
so
Awesome.
wait, where's
So,
the
like-
downside of this?
Right.
Yeah.
The bargain has to be bad.
No.
have you met
um,
me?
It's not. It's not going to be a good haunting. This is not a Slimer situation here.
I
Is there anyone in the
my
back?
next level up, I'm taking Ghost Contract.
Hmm. Anyone in the back maybe want to aid me?
I'm not in the back.
I know you're not.
Yeah, I can
I am
totally
on-
help.
He's
'Cause I'm probably
everywhere.
keeping my eyes peeled. So I'll take one stress, sure.
Yay!
Have a
4?
bonus die.
That's not
Yep.
terrible.
Is that with the
Fancy.
Devil's Bargain on there too? Do you have
Yes.
0 survey?
Yeah, that's what I was
Okay.
saying.
Cool. I mean, you
Why are
succeed,
you
kind of.
lookout?
Yeah.
How did that happen? Okay.
It's our first day.
Okay, so you notice, with your one semi-success, and sounds that you're actually fairly familiar with, there are bodies swinging through the pipes above you.
That's great.
And
Who's
so
right next to
reason-
me, Mirko?
Pardon?
Who's next to me, Mirko?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I probably alert him first of all.
Can I tell who they are?
You can make an educated guess.
I'm willing to study at them.
Okay. No, you know, if
Okay.
the one, what you can see, these are more of the pipe wizards. Is that the one we're?
Yeah, we're attacking the wizards.
One of the pipe wizards that are coming from above.
Okay. I'm going to extend my hand, pick Tyrus out of the muck,
Okay.
and be like,
Be careful, this gets everywhere.
dirt is nothing, comrade.
This
Dirt
is not dirt. This is not dirt.
I am mentally clean, therefore
Oh.
I need not worry, and like pull you out of the muck.
Okay, no.
Liar.
As you're dragging Tyrus out of the muck,
Yep.
everybody who's standing in the line there who feels like their ears wouldn't have, or they would not be suffering hearing loss from the explosion, you hear something that sounds like flint locks clicking backwards.
Huh.
Maybe someone should cast a spell at them,
I cast magic missile.
at the darkness.
I pull a vial of smoke bomb from my
Ooh.
bandolier of
Okay.
alchemicals.
Oh.
Okay.
And I don't know that I can hear. But if I can, I will throw
I
it.
just get the smoke bomb ready. Yeah.
I
will
imagine
throw
if
it
anyone in our-
roughly-
If anyone in our guild is immune to like deafening and tinnitus,
Or you just have them all the time and you're used to
Yeah.
them and you process them out.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
That's
I
things
throw
you're used to.
what I hope is a smoke bomb between me and them.
Tyrus sees you filling with your belt and goes, "Oh shit, get down!"
do you,
No,
do you
don't worry,
attack
comrade.
him?
This one's going outside the room.
Oh, you say that.
Do you attack
Okay.
him, Mirko, and you're like, get down, Mr. Spider?
So are you throwing an
Get down!
actual, Okay, so I have two questions for you. How sure are you that this is a smoke bomb?
0.
Good.
And are you throwing an explosive device at unseen opponents?
Well, there's a flintlock that went off, right?
Actually,
There's a flintlock that's cocking, and these guys have heard movement above you.
Okay, so we're not being shot at yet.
no,
We're about to be being shot at.
Well,
So they're just in shadows and stuff, like they're in the dark?
Yeah, they're
Okay,
up in an area with not a whole lot of light.
I want to use my dark sight goggles.
ooh, those
Yeah,
favorites
that's
around the
insane.
party.
Also, if I already forgot your name, Mike. Leechy. What did
So
you
underneath
say?
my
Kale.
face, there is the word shit fingers. So at worst case, you could call me shit fingers when I fuck things up.
Anyway, I could throw the
Apparently not, you
smoke bomb.
She's like, hey, give me that.
Yeah, like as I'm putting my goggles on, I'm like extending a hand. I'll take that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, good lucks.
I'm imagining the exchange that I have with my toddler, like every few minutes. Like,
Give
hey,
it.
it's mine. Give it. Give it.
Get the phone out of your
Alright,
mouth.
cool. So you take the smoke bomb
Mhm.
from Misha. Yeah, you can see you get glimpses of bodies moving from above and like a couple of rifle barrels. You could probably put a smoke bomb on top of these guys if you wanted to.
Cool, I'm gonna do it. Misha, do you want to assist me?
Oh yes. Oh God, yes. I am hoping that this is correct. I have taken one stress, and
Great.
I'm assuming this is wreck.
No, I'm gonna do hunt.
Well, that's okay too,
Yeah.
but nothing fancy.
Well,
Boom.
there you go.
Nice.
Full success. All right, so you climb this.
Just a little higher. Just a little higher.
Is it a vial? Like, is it a vial of smoke juice, or is it like a bomb?
Yeah, it is an unstable concoction in a glassed vial with a cork stopper in the top that was just like in this bandolier on my chest. Like if somebody had punched me hard, I'm not saying Ogre is in this game, but if he was, then this is the bad side of it going off would be like, oh, and my chemical vial exploded in my face.
Would it be kind of like you're a scared octopus or squid inking like
That's even better. It's intentional now, as opposed to merely the accent of me being careless.
Anyway, so I'm probably checking the vial like at a pipe right above them, just so that I can like blind all of them and possibly damage their guns.
Yeah.
some way.
So you chuck this up there, and it actually clangs around in some pipes for a little while, and you're wondering to yourself, like, did Shitfingers
had
put
that.
this in an unbreakable vial? Like, is that a thing that actually happened? And then, like, you hear a crunch, and then smoke just explodes out from these pipes, and you hear cursing in various voices that none of which seem terrible. But you hear the bullet ricochet like down the corridor a ways.
Do any bodies drop?
No, not yet.
Okay.
We haven't heard from Tyrus or Quill in a little while here. Is
Well,
Tyrus
we
out of the
haven't
muck yet?
I think he's
Yeah,
out of the muck, but we haven't heard
I
from
pulled him
Quill
out.
at all. So
Yeah.
what does Quill want to do, or Mirko?
So I think Quill is going to adjust the collar on her fancy white suit, which is still white despite the explosions and the smoke and the muck. She
Like blowing her hair back.
kind of putting it back into place, fixes her overly floofy scarf, and then walks inside. Looks for the nearest person who is with the pipe wizards, and she goes, "I have paperwork for you to sign."
There's a guy like rolling around on the floor. Ah! Like holding part of his face on, like trying to.
Fantastic.
And then there are a few more that have like stopped on the floor.
Mm-hmm. If you do not sign these papers, death will be the best thing that happens to you today.
Do you try to hand it to them, or are you just like lording over them with the paper?
She's got the briefcase set up as a table. She says, "Stand up and
Oh, okay.
sign the papers." And she's got a little quill with ink on it that she's holding out.
Would you like me to assist?
If you want, I was gonna. I assume this is gonna be a command roll.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, I think this is probably, I don't know, I want to call it a risky command rule just because, like, it's really hard to tell how this guy's going to react or if he can actually stand up and do the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, give me a...
I'm
Okay.
totally
Yeah,
willing to
no
like get an arm under his shoulder and like heft him up.
Yeah. If you want to do that, I'll definitely take the assist.
Yeah.
Okay. So one extra die. Boom.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay, yeah, so you, like... Mirka... Oh, good, we have Mirka and Misha in the party now.
Yep.
This is you people getting me back for stuff that I've done, I'm sure. So Mirka, like into signing position. I imagine, like, dragging him with his legs still dangling on the ground and pulling
But
him
like
over
one of the legs might be detached,
Yeah, well, yeah.
or
He's
just like
luck-
facing the wrong way at least.
His knee
Great
does that
explosion,
thing where
so
it's
it was
wrong.
cauterized immediately.
Mhm.
And yeah, and so you're sort of holding him up, and he's got his hand out, and you can see he's just staring at Vetra like. Is that how Vetra's command works, or is like does he want to do the thing?
When she orders someone to do something, if you're not staring directly at her, I don't think you notice it. But all the color leaves her eyes, like they just go full black, and you feel strangely compelled to do the thing.
Okay, then his eyes go, his pupils dilate in response, even beyond where they would normally be with the pain. The papers like, collapses partially on the table.
Get off of my table, please.
Oh, and I totally like throw him on the ground.
Thank you. And
It's at that point.
Mhm.
You inside over the screaming of a couple of other bodies hear a door sort of a little further into the sort of corridor. You hear it click open, and you can see sort of dudes spill out, like 2 or 3 people just like into the corridor, and then they're clearly pipe wizards that don't know what the hell's going on.
I have an incredibly stupid idea.
Do it. Don't even tell me what it is. Just do. No, what is it? I have a weird idea also. So what's yours?
So I'm going to mark off an item.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to use my fine bottle of whiskey.
Okay. This is gonna...
And I'm going to look these 3 men in the eye and say, "Comrades, it's time for celebration. Papers have been signed. A drink."
Okay.
And I'm going to see if I can't consort with them.
Ooh.
Okay.
And just be like, "Hey, we've done like the job we set out to do. It is now time to celebrate. We have worked hard."
I want to
The
hear
group action.
Vetra's idea before I tell badly this can go wrong.
Oh yeah.
Depending on how they react to that, I'm gonna put on my fine spirit mask and summon some ghosts and tell them to fucking clean house. Also, I'll tell you what my spirit mask looks like in that situation.
So it's maybe I don't say "Comrades, let us drink." I say "Spirits," and then like a handout or "Spirit."
Okay. All right. Give me.
It's carrot and stick.
Okay.
I can assist and act a little intimidating to emphasize the stick part.
Okay. So yeah, I was actually about to ask, Tyrus, have you made your way back in, or are you helping deal with the flailing blinded gunman?
He's not much because they're still elevated above us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not much for that right now. He's more keeping it simple, seeing what's directly in front of him. So
Okay. All right. So you're gonna act intimidating to help with the consort attempt by.
Yeah, and actually, since I haven't done this before, I want to check. When I took that level 1 harm, could I have ticked off armor to prevent that? Is that how that
You
works?
absolutely could have, yes.
Okay, I'm going to do that, and I have no harm. Showing.
And armor costs 2 of your load.
Yes, I took normal, so I got 5.
Nice.
And then I'm going to take another one, and I'm going to bring out my cutter scary weapon.
What is it?
So-
What is it?
So while Mirko has been and Quill have been talking and trying to emphasize the fact that it's really in their best interest to sign these papers, Tyrus just slowly, ponderously walks up behind them, and he is a large man. He's like 6'8", 225, purely cut, and all he has to do is just stand behind them, reach into the folds of his shirt, just kind of not even thinking about it, and he pulls out a gigantic meat hook that he's just holding in his hand. And he's hanging it down, and he's just waiting, and he's like,
Answer the nice people.
Please, I have to go home and wash this
Alright.
shit off. Let's hear your answers. So that's a stress to assist?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, I
I-
guess Misha, give me a
Mirko?
or sorry, Mirka, give me a roll of some sort, whatever you decide you're using at this point.
I think I'm
Let's
gonna
see,
consort and I'm gonna push myself. So I'm
Okay.
actually gonna throw 4 dice at this. What's my position? Is this risky or desperate?
Um,
I would think risky. We've been doing pretty well lately. Couple
you've
sixes.
been doing
I think.
pretty well, but these guys are like super twitchy right now.
Well, yeah, like a bomb went off, and I'm like,
We threw a
here's a
smoke
bottle
bomb
of
at their
rum.
face.
Yeah, you threw a smoke bomb at your face and you like flambéed 3 of them.
Yeah.
And they can hear their friends outside. There's gunshots, and this guy's like offering them whiskey in their own base with their burning friends still on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's desperate. I think that
Awesome.
if this goes bad, they're going to get twitchy.
I'm
pretty fast.
very okay with that.
Get that XP, yo.
Standard effect, I'm assuming. And 2 bonus dice. 5s.
Okay.
Critical
Whew.
5.
Five.
Those.
Uh,
Yeah, yay for
so
bonus
it
dice.
works, but
Yeah. So what I'm gonna say is that if they don't, coming closer to you people is like the last thing that they want to do.
Why though?
So what they do is this guy, right? They kind of look at each other for just a second, and then the other 2 like sprint away down the corridor. And then the third one starts sprinting after them.
more for
That are-
us.
The 2 guys that are running ahead stop for a second in front of the other guy, and they start knob on the wall. Huge knob, like a giant wheel thing, right? And
What
and
is
the
that, I wonder?
guy, what?
What is that, I wonder?
And then they all just like pick it up and book it down the corridor as fast as they can.
That seems fine.
I probably hand the bottle to Tyrus.
I would
So
like to deal with the guys
Fingers.
in the smoke bomb.
yeah,
So I want to use my lurk ability, the Devil's Footsteps. You
okay,
can push yourself to do one of the following: perform a feat of athletics that verges on the superhuman. So, maneuver to confuse your enemies so they mistakenly attack each other.
Okay.
So I would like to go up into the pipes and like basically start throwing like punches, so that they think that like their friends are me.
okay. All right.
And just
Okay.
kind of dance around them and hit like a bunch of them.
It's your
Okay.
Nightcrawler.
Is there a role specifically associated with that ability, or do you?
It's so I get a plus 1d, but I think it depends on the situation.
Yeah,
That sounds like it'd
so-
probably be a skirmish, I think.
It could
Or
also
prowl?
be prowl.
Oh yeah.
Those were the 2 skills I was gonna say. It's gonna be probably one of those 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of your dark sight goggles. Do those let you see in the smoke?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
it lets me see better.
Okay. 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 Well, I'm gonna call this a risky move.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that sounds awesome. So you parkour your way up into the pipes and start night crawling these guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Risky 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you manage to stir these guys up enough that they are like you throw a punch and you duck behind one of them and
Yeah.
you sort of swing around a pipe and then you kick another one in the back of the head and then he
Right.
turns around and starts punching, right?
My goal is
And-
to make some bodies like knock out or something.
Yeah. So that you where he thinks you are anyway actually falls off the pipe and lands on the ground and like you can hear a leg snap.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Screaming because there wasn't enough screaming already. Yeah, and then I'm gonna say as your So with a 5, you can either
hmm
basically be knocked around a little bit or have your goggles knocked off.
Ooh, I'll take a hit.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna say it's a 2 harm fall.
Okay.
A prowess resistance roll if you want though.
Sure. Cool.
Okay.
Awesome. Take 2 stress. I could
You
potentially
already have 3
traumatize.
prowess defense. Jesus.
Yeah.
Tyrus does
Yeah.
too. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Okay.
I could potentially be traumatized for a session.
You could.
That's the way to do it.
Like I said,
That's
I
weird.
plan on
I've never seen you get traumatized before.
Well, before I was too scared to push myself, so I always like asked Andrew for devil's bargains.
Mikhail should totally throw a bomb that Bird just gets caught in the edge of.
I'm Maxim now.
Just
Because
barely
it's
wings
like-
her.
okay.
Maxime.
Maxime, we haven't heard from you in forever.
Yeah.
And there's still some dudes floating around, and they're screaming, and then you
Sorry,
can
I'm-
hear
I'm-
from your
I'm still
position. You
laughing.
can actually hear. You can hear. Like. Definitely sounds like when they clean the pipes. That's the sound it makes.
Huh. So wait, what can I hear? All I heard was that's the sound it makes.
Yeah.
The
Is that cutting out for anybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God
Okay.
damn it. Okay, hold on. Let me reset.
I will sit here and eat these little nut things. It's very nice. Pull these shells apart and eat the nut. Ow.
Pistachio?
Maybe what they call it in America.
Voice mention.
In Russia, they are matryoshka nuts.
They're pistachkish.
Can Ivy heard now?
Yes.
Second?
Yeah.
Wait.
So what is
And
cleaning
you
the
just
pipes?
cut out again.
Periodically
Maybe
hates
I
me.
think it's the voice activation limit is too low for you.
The really weird
Again?
thing is,
Still?
Yeah.
when you
Just-
guys say you can't hear him, I can still hear him talking.
Oh, that's weird.
Interesting.
Alright.
So it's
I would say just
Discord
turn the
channel
voice
screen with us.
activation off,
Okay, I'm gonna turn the
maybe?
voice activation way down.
Or yeah.
How's that?
Good.
Better?
Yeah, if you start
Okay.
cutting out again, I'll let you know, but I think you're good right now.
So yeah. So along with the screaming man in front of you with a broken leg, and the 2 guys upstairs that are fighting smoke, and the fact that your teammate just like swan dived onto the ground in front of you, you can hear sort of a rushing water sound. Like, you know that time that you blew the wall off that reservoir?
It's very fondling.
Yeah, it sounds like that.
Hmm.
Away right now, probably.
Well, I could blow up the pipe.
It's a one-stop answer shot. The explosion. I feel like.
I could hit the guy in front of me with a crowbar. I'm sorry.
Also true.
I think it's just bird bar here. Or I could go upstairs and throw another bomb at those people. Or I could set a fire. There's like a safe inside.
haven't really
Wait, but-
explored the
Because I
hideout
muted
yet.
myself.
Yeah, you haven't really had a great chance to explore the inside of this place.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
inside and explore. I'm gonna ignore the guy writhing in pain in front of me and the sound of the rushing water, and I'm gonna go inside the shithouse and see if there's anything there for me to steal.
Do you want to? Okay.
Wait, is that what we do?
Yeah,
Do we take things from people, or are we more beat people up and serve them papers?
I
We're
mean,
professional.
I think the water's got a little muddied on that front already. So
Well, I mean,
We expand business operations and also acquire new assets when available. It's all
I'm
in
probably
the
about to
charter.
go in and probably help you loot stuff in just a second there, Maxim.
okay, let's loot stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
let's
just like a
look
hypercapitalist version of like eminent domain, right? Is that just like
Oh yeah.
we have a student control of this place?
I'm
Well,
gonna
so
like
I mean, like-
actually.
This is mine. Oh, this is mine.
I like to imagine that like the contract they signed is basically a blank check for these premises.
That's kind of what
Oh,
I was
yeah.
thinking.
Okay.
So
would
at
that
this
be
point,
a-
it's really just like what would that be like roadside seizure sort of thing.
So that would be like a wreck ability, right? I'd roll wreck to find things.
Yes, that's clearly what's happening.
Kool-Aid
so
man,
I'm
you your
guessing
way
that's
through
probably-
walls.
I could do survey to find things or stud. Well, I don't. I could do study, but that'd end poorly.
Yeah, but it's not civil fortune for sure because there's no. You guys are not civil. You guys are not the civil government.
Yeah,
You
that's true.
Private forfeiture? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so our two breaking things guys are going to go looking for stuff. There's probably not a whole lot in this front room where all the carnage happened.
Not
But
anymore,
like I said,
anyway.
there are a number. There's like a nest of side rooms that could probably be poked through, and might be much more likely to have like piles of things that you might want.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take a quick poke through.
Okay.
Same.
All right, sure. Give me.
I'm gonna assist Tyrus because he probably has points in either of these skills.
I would be not averse to making a survey roll.
How about we do it as a group action?
Okay, well then if we're gonna do a group action, then I'll go hurt people.
So it's just me in here, just
Well,
looking for everybody.
I could dust myself off and like come help you.
Let's do
It's just a broken leg. It's fine.
Well, I broke the
Oh.
other guy's leg.
Oh, I
it.
got
How is
confused.
are you injured in any way?
So it wasn't very clear how I fell off. I think I just got punched or something. Like, so I fell, but I probably like rolled.
Tyrus got
lessen-
burned or something, right?
I used armor to negate that.
Okay,
Oh
never mind.
yeah, armor.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, armor.
It's a good thing Kyle's a veteran player and knows about armor.
Oh yeah. I asked about it like 20 minutes after the fact. Totally that.
I forget. Can you use armor and resist?
Yes.
Is it just one? Okay. Dang.
All right. So tell me about this. Your plan to search the premises. Are we rushing through, tossing the joint, or are we like?
I think we've decided that the place is secured, Ripley,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
we're just gonna take our time. Like I'm gonna whack the guy that's screaming with the side
Am
of
I
my
the
crowbar.
only one concerned about the sound of rushing water and the guys who fiddled with the knob? Wink.
It's oh.
Oh, then in
You
that
tell us
case,
that, Mirko?
That was yes. That's also kind of the barrel of the gun being shown to us.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I
The
was
barrel of a gun. It sounds like a pipe filled with water. I mean,
Yes.
it's-
Maybe instead of searching
a
for
water gun.
loot prematurely, I search for where they're going and what they're doing.
Well, I mean, maybe we can just jury rig a solution to the knob being stolen. Did
No
they
more
run off with that?
Oh yeah, they totally ran off with the knob.
Okay.
Okay, would that be risky or freaked out?
Okay,
Desperate.
what
Totally whacked out,
So-
man.
do you do in the
So
knob?
I'm gonna go over the knob and I'm gonna attach my Let's see, the wheelie turning thing is off though.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to jury rig a solution with my wrecking tools.
Do you have Tinker?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's probably a wrench or something in there, right, to take stuff apart with.
Well, I'm thinking like more like I drill a hole through it and I insert part of the crowbar and then I just start twisting it around, sort of thing.
Oh, sure.
Wrench seems very specific, not
I mean-
good for anything other than cutting pipe. And why would we have pipes in
So-
Pipetown?
So, Maxime seems to be more like destructive than drilling a hole through something. So maybe it's closer to like thermiting a hole into it.
Or welding.
Yeah,
Just weld
There
the
you go.
crowbar to it.
yeah. You weld the crowbar to it.
Okay.
And then I can unweld it later.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to. I'm just going to remind everyone that this was the area. This is very nearby the area that just suffered a massive explosion because there was fire in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is more fire.
Sounds that plus the idea of like attaching a new structural thing to this other thing that may or may not end horribly sounds. It feels desperate to me, but.
Sure, Bird, help me out here.
Sure.
What are you doing to help out, Bird?
Hold this while I weld.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, or I probably am like looking at it too, making suggestions, because like I tinker with stuff and like I have to usually like put something together to break something open.
Woo, Tinker Buddies. Scooter Brothers. I got 6.
Oh, you didn't need my help.
Them desperate
There you go.
sixes, though.
Yeah, right.
Desperate sixes. Yeah, so you get your crowbar like welded on this valve cover. What's your welding utensil, by the way, if I might ask?
It is a disposable welding stick. You light the end of it and it burns for like 20 minutes, super hot, but it's like a cigarette, right? So as it burns, it goes.
Okay.
And it's got a little, one of those little clampy things that you hold it with, but they're disposable because that's how the man keeps you in line.
Okay, yeah, you have to keep rebuying your welding equipment from them. Okay.
Right. Also,
Cool.
there's no acetylene in the underpipes.
Nah. Okay, so yeah, you managed to weld your crowbar onto this valve, and you are twist it down, and you can feel the pressure behind this thing, like whatever burning, is the water is significant, or the liquid, or whatever's behind this. It does not want the valve to shut. You can get it part of the way shut, but it's going to take a pretty big effort to get it like all the way shut
By the way, it's probably fine.
without the proper attachment. Yeah. Yep. Season is well done. Okay.
Maxim yells, "Fixed it!"
So who haven't we heard from in a while?
I'm sure it will be fine now. I believe
I'm
Tyrus was
just-
looking at things.
Yeah, I was just kind of watching them tool around with their. He got a little twitch whenever he sees Max reach for his belt now. It's just a permanent thing. But yeah, what would Tyrus be doing?
I'm not adverse to us tossing the joint. It's just,
Yeah,
priorities.
I think until they're done with their stuff, like while they're doing all the welding, I think that's what he would be doing. I think he would be starting to look for something that makes this whole trip worthwhile. So yeah, I think he would just start calmly like tossing the place and looking for standard locations that valuable things and shinies are held.
Okay. Yeah. Give me. I guess. I mean, that's a survey, right?
As I understand it.
Yeah, as a survey. Under the circumstances, because I find it entertaining, I'm going to say it's risky.
Okay. Oh, is this where I put my hand in a bookcase and it comes out with a bear trap on it?
Yeah, or you roust one of these guys who's still sleeping and having a pistol or something.
Alright, yeah, I'll roll survey.
If that dude is still asleep, he deserves to be able to stay asleep.
Well,
Is
I
all I'm
mean-
saying.
Man, like,
Standard effect?
yeah.
Womp womp.
Okay. Some not great stuff. Stuff you can probably pawn, trade off. Stuff they probably stole from somebody, if we're being
Okay.
real. Um, some not great jewelry, silver stuff. Um, which are probably tiny bad. And that kind of thing that's just kind of around. They got some decent booze.
Mm.
Around. The other thing, though, is that you notice that this whole main corridor down into their little warrens, um, your ankles are wet.
Oh. Again with this shit.
And that's a fairly recent development, and it seems that the water is rising relatively quickly.
All right.
Is it less quickly than it was rising 2 minutes ago?
Probably. You don't know how deep these warrens go. It might be that the rest of them are full of water.
Hmm.
So they
Okay,
totally cranked the self-destruct valve.
then.
I probably
This
yelled
is a-
back to Max
yeah,
and
this
like, it's
is
not
a problem.
fixed.
We
Comrade
must work
Max is not
faster.
fixed.
Work faster, please.
Yeah, so Mirka and Quill, we haven't heard from you guys in a while.
I kind of think I want to take a look at all these pipes and see like which ones the pipe wizards are tapping, like which ones they're taking advantage of and which ones they're just routing straight through.
Okay.
But that seems less important than turning off the water.
Why though?
Okay.
And like I'm not equipped to turn off a valve. Like
No, it's fixed.
it's really not. Like the water is rising. Actually,
No,
I
look,
only
I-
have one tinker.
If you want to do that, if you let me have an action first, I can maybe aid you.
Okay.
Okay. So while everybody's off doing other stuff, Vetra is going to pull out. It looks like a quill, except the feather part is razor sharp, and she kind of draws it right between her eyes, down her nose, down to her chin. Reaches into her suitcase and puts this mask on her face, and to all outward appearances, it's like a wooden mask that's covered with teeth except for the eye holes. And then she tries talking, and it just sounds muffled, and she says, "Oh, hold on," and you hear a crunching sound, and then like the mask moves with her when she talks. She goes, "Oh yes, much better. Let me see if I can find some assistance." And I'm going to try and tune into the ghost field or whatever it's called here to see if I can pull out a ghost to help with closing this valve.
Okay.
Can I leave?
Yeah. So the way that looks here, these pipes and things are very, very, very old. They're here from sort of when the thing was built, right? And somewhere in the interim between then and now, contracts with spirits have been laid out and maintained on some level to try to keep these things in repair.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you're probably going to be like, I imagine it's like the mystical equivalent of like contract law, just like reading through the contracts and contacting the people at the bottom, right?
Yeah. See, like who's bound by what, and then get the quill that has a little bit of blood on it, and change a few things, and kind of rewrite it to, oh no, this you work for me. It's written here in blood.
Does the ancient contract like materialize in your hand when you put on this mask? Is that what happens?
Yeah, maybe if I don't fuck up my tuning process, it does. So, is this risky or desperate or?
Well, you're trying to stop the flood by contacting spirits you have no pull with.
Is there anything that Tyrus can do to aid? Do you
Well-
need a muscle man in this process?
My compel ability kind of gives me the ability to command any ghost I can summon.
Okay.
Also, I'm not supernaturally terrified by a spirit that I command or compel, but my allies may be.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Well, no-
the rest of us, I think, have to roll.
Or just boogie.
Yeah, I'm not sure the pipe fixing ghosts are going to be terribly scary unless you biffs the crap out of this.
I
So-
still don't
You
wanna
summon
be
Mario and Luigi.
Oh no, it's a wrong nationality.
No, it's
All right. Let me see. So risky or desperate?
yeah, we'll call it risky.
Okay. Okay. Do I get any bonus dice or anything from the mask? Item description says it allows me to see supernatural entities in great detail and affords protection against possession.
I think for summoning them, probably not.
Okay.
If there's some question after that, then yeah,
Okay, that's
you
fine.
can probably say that.
Is there a devil's bargain?
Devil's
Shit.
bargain. You're summoning spirits.
You fuck up the contract.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? Like,
Now you serve it.
no matter what happens here, you're voiding this contract. And so there are coming and looking and trying to figure out what the fuck happened with water supplies somewhere in the city, and your name is going to be at the bottom of the sheet as a signatory.
Remember we were sent here by a big, scary crime lord
Also true.
who is A, known to be petty, and B, sent us to murder a bunch of people because he got poop water one day.
Yeah.
We were just speculating possible reasons.
I'm
I was
gonna-
gonna.
Oh wait, what? Sorry.
I was gonna say if maybe one of the things that we were picking up while surveying was something that maybe was stolen from him, or someone that's like attached to him, maybe. Like,
I don't know if we
say
rolled
that-
well enough for that, though.
Yeah, we've gotten like middling successes, I think.
I didn't really mean something directly his, but like an associate of an associate sort of thing.
Okay, so say all that again.
Oh, I was just trying to speculate why Lord Benchcombe had like a bone to pick with these guys.
That's a really good question, actually. Yeah.
Maybe because they're pipe wizards, they tried to cheat at one of his races,
Hmm.
like
Maybe.
to favor like some other
This-
competitor.
This is the GM voice for I'm being evasive because I haven't quite decided yet, but it's probably going to be worse than whatever you're saying.
Yeah.
And then double it and subtract 10. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna push myself and take the die because I don't want to be on the hook for the demon contract thing just yet.
Aw, sounds like fun.
Yeah, not
Nice.
terrible.
Okay. Yes. So, partial effect. Okay. Yeah. So you successfully, like, you pull up this contract and you successfully summon this spirit. Summer ghost. The they look like little and they are you. So far they've remained silent. They're just kind of standing in front of you with their hands on their hips. They're surveying the wreckage of the room you're in.
Was someone else?
I didn't hear anything you just said.
Oh my god, seriously?
Like, it has a hands on its hips, and I didn't hear anything after that.
I think it's just a couple of small spirits, and they're surveying the wreckage.
Oh, okay.
And they're like,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Yeah, just a couple of little spirits with overalls, sort of like look like work
Okay.
have very few features on their heads.
Yeah.
And they're not talking. They're kind of waiting for you to say something because they're
Yeah.
here. And then they look around and like they you can tell from their what few facial features they have that they're like, you people really fucked this up.
The spirits. The previous owners of this building have caused great damage to it. We would appreciate for this place to not flood, so I need you to turn off the waters. Close the valve, please.
They look at you, and then they look at the valve. Maxime, are you still standing near the valve with a smoking welding tool?
Looking particularly pleased with myself.
Nearby hears this like unearthly air of shrieks. Two little figures zip towards the valve that has been so unceremoniously wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
And begin just like furiously flying around it and creating this sort of like light haze around, like a haze of light around the valve.
Do I need to smash them to death?
Oh man, they are messing with your improvement on their system.
Please do not harm them.
No, that's a bad idea.
I'm not sure I've seen this before, and I have a feeling I would try to smash or blow it up.
Maxime, it would be very poor
I feel like you
choice
should go with your
to
gut in this
anger
case.
the spirits of this place.
I probably put my hand on Maxime's shoulder and like kind of point my thumb back at where the others are.
You've done enough. You've done so much today.
I don't really do much beyond that other than leave because I don't want to be next to them.
I still have one more bomb, though.
Well, save it. Next time you'll have one extra bomb.
Yeah.
Max looks at his character sheet, and he sees very clearly that it says 3. And it looks back over at Quill. But do you still have that fucking mask on? Because what?
Yeah, just covered in teeth with an opening that is actually moving as I talk to you.
I don't think
probably
have we seen this before?
Probably not. I think we established this was like night 1.
Are we just like...
Take it from the
Is
woman wearing a
anyone else
mask
not
made
at
of
11 on the
teeth.
weird shit
Do
of either?
not anger the spirits.
Or we could be discussing why you become Teeth Mask instead of... You know what? Nope. Thank you. Goodbye.
We will discuss this later back at the base. It's not time and it's not place.
Yeah, we're on a mission.
From God.
Exactly.
God.
So let's loot this bitch.
Yeah, I'll go back to looting the bitch. Well, I'll take my crowbar first.
Just like pry it off.
Yeah, it was a shitty welding job.
Oh yeah.
It's like
It's
if
like a
you,
shitty 20-minute welding stick. I figure it's actually a glue gun.
well, it's like those pixie sticks that you light on fire.
What?
Yeah.
Wait.
Well, you're not supposed to eat
The
those.
sparklers.
Yeah, the edible sparklers.
Yeah. They must not have them in Louisiana.
And look, you have a tooth face, so I don't think you get to talk toothpaste.
Everyone has their thing that is
Does
weird to
Maxim
them.
not have a toothface?
No, Maxim
I'm
has.
kidding.
There are just the 20 teeth in his face, perhaps slightly fewer after the time he removed cork from bottle incorrectly.
Yeah.
Backwards. It happens to everyone.
Okay.
Point away from face.
All right,
I thought you said point into face.
A lesson learned.
No,
Oh,
Maxim
this-
takes crowbar and goes back to looking for things that he can sell. Poorly, because he is not versed in selling things. He is versed in explosions.
At this point, anybody who's still standing near the spirits sees one of them sort of reappear from the haze, and he just kind of like looks at you disdainfully towards the door.
Well, fuck you too, buddy.
Get out.
Hey, I don't listen to things summoned by Tooth Mask. Look at that thing. Yeah, I grab my crowbar and I wrench it off the hook and I head back towards the people that are not made of fairy dust.
Okay. Who are you? You're heading back towards the room with all the burnt people in it?
Well, yeah, we're looking for fun and excitement in the room with the burnt people.
Looking for money in all the right places.
Oh, related to that, if we're going back towards the entryway where those people were, including the people that were forced to sign papers. Are any of them well enough to talk? Can I Batman some people into talking about where goods might be or how to turn off the water?
Those guys in that room are in pretty bad shape.
Well, there was one guy who was well enough to sign papers, right?
Hey, go.
That was like the last thing he had in him, man. Like that was it. However, outside the door that's hanging off the hinges, the two dudes who were fighting Smoke are now on the ground. One of them is dragging away their compatriot with the broken leg. And the other one has like one flintlock rifle under each arm, covering the door.
Oh, I hit him. I hit him with a crowbar. You want to hit him with a crowbar with me?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Tyrus, I will help you hit these
They're
people.
not right by the door. You're gonna have to make an approach on these guys, right?
Okay.
I throw my crowbar at them to distract them while Tyrus goes in for the stab.
I thought we were
Okay,
talking about.
Okay.
Hey guys, heads up!
All right. So yes, you throw your crowbar at this guy.
So, I think
Versus, so there's if somebody just runs at these guys with their guns out, that's gonna be a desperate whatever.
is there any way that he can Tyrus can count the crowbar
Right.
throwing as an assist to like a verbal command for them to not do what they're doing and just wait for him to get there and straighten things out?
Duck.
Good.
Sure, we can
Okay.
do that.
Now-
The crowbar flies through the air. And Tyrus like shouts out a.
Well, I'm looking at my Savage ability, and it says that when I command a frightened target, I get an extra die. So would you consider these people frightened
These guys
now that there's a large metal pipe that hit one of them in the head?
I'm sure the
Well,
guy
and
is frightened.
burnt to death.
And burned to death.
And they fought a ninja a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
And
They're frightened.
yeah, I think frightened's a pretty good description. It might be a little conservative, actually.
You know what? That's all Tyrus needed to hear. So he's going to approach them and command them to stay where they are. He had the after-service survey that he needs to discuss with them, and that involves, it involves the details of.
Fill out first!
Please rate service on scale of 1 to excruciating pain 5.
Interview and rifle. Fill card.
Do you have business card?
Ugh.
Next extortion will be free of charge.
We do weekly raffle. You can get free lunch at Il Chipotle.
Please rate me 5 stars. Helps.
Ensures management appreciate the kind of work I do.
Okay. Yes. All of that is good. So, command 1 die from Savage. Is this still desperate? I'm guessing, or is it?
I'm gonna go desperate, but you're gonna have full effect level because I mean, if you succeed, I'm going to say the crowbar to keep him from shooting you.
So is that standard or great effect?
We'll call it desperate with great effect. Like,
Yes.
it's either gonna go great or terrible. Sure, why not?
And then I will also push myself, so I will get 3 dice.
I think Maxim helped you. Did you include that one?
Oh, I didn't. Well,
So
So
It's
3
like
dice for not
helping
pushing
hand.
myself.
What
Yeah,
is
there
more
you
like helping crowbar?
Yes. The best kind of crowbar.
There are many good
Yeah,
crowbars.
But it only
Seldom
has one
short.
giant metal finger.
Fantastic.
Okay. Awesome. So so Maxine's well-aimed crowbar manages to knock like one barrel up and one barrel sideways as this guy discharges both of his flintlocks in your general
Hands
direction.
up.
Pencils down. The test is over. I don't know what that one. That's,
Jesus. Okay. He backpedals into the guy that's carrying the other guy, right? Dragging the other dude away. And they all go down in a hump or in a heap with the guy.
a hump's funnier.
Here. Did I mention that I got a little punched in the head tonight? They all go down in a heap, and yes, it's a puppy pile. It's a big old puppy pile. One of them is screaming because they're on his broken leg.
Ugh.
The rest seem like they're sort of trying to crab walk backwards from the giant man charging them with the customer surveys.
One moment of
Oh.
your time.
Do you have like one of those Red Cross like vests on, like just out of
Aw.
nowhere?
That would be fantastic.
I just like next run, and Tyrus's special weapon is the clipboard.
Yeah.
Clipboard.
Well, with like the pen on the idiot string.
Yeah.
These surveys help me so much.
Those are called lawyer chucks. Thank you.
If you cannot measure it, you cannot manage it.
Your opinion is important
Okay.
to us. Please stay on the line.
Okay.
So what are you like lording over these guys? Just like
Yeah, pretty much. I'm using the full effect of my physicality, just standing over them, and I'm in a very brusque tone saying that this whole thing would be resolved so much faster if they happen to tell us anything about where shinies might be kept. And I believe he uses legitimately the word shinies.
Can I show up with paper for them to sign?
I think
Absolutely.
he has paper.
absolutely, why not? Yes.
Yes.
While you are
100%.
giving away company secrets, please sign these papers.
Please sign this full disclosure
She
agreement.
says, still wearing the mask made of likely human teeth.
The tooth mask.
Let's.
Absolute disclosure
Okay.
agreement.
I am working on second mask
Okay,
if you feel
yeah.
like being unhelpful.
So Tyrus, you're like over these guys trying to get them to talk to you, and then you see their expression go from terrified to horrified.
Fantastic.
And then one of them, the one that was trying to drag the other dude out, just sort of covers himself and says, "It's all downstairs. It's all downstairs in the safe. All the contracts are downstairs in the safe. Please leave me alone and don't eat me. Do not eat me. Please don't eat me."
I'm sincerely curious what gave off impression I was an eater of people.
It's probably
Not you,
the
that
lady
thing.
with the teeth
All the
mask.
Oh, I see.
I imagine like Tyrus like turns to look at her and she's like standing really close.
Still, like, perfectly,
Backwards.
perfectly pressed white, like, dress suit thing, and scarf, just with weird mask.
You're spooky.
Is it the hair?
Yes.
Oh. I
Oh, wait, no,
I will
no.
take this under advisement. I know that some hairstyles, people do not like them.
We
You
can
go
workshop
to her-
this.
You got something in your teeth?
Which ones?
Nice.
There's just like a bunch of poking.
Just kind of running hands just all the way down.
Oh, great.
Good.
Oh, I bet you that would
So,
be
yeah,
a really
I-
bad sound, like fingernails running across a mask made
God,
of teeth.
So terrible.
So yeah, I,
Thank
I,
you for
I lean
that.
over.
Do it for Patreon. Just like we were talking.
So, question:
Jesus.
Yes.
a hole in the mask of teeth,
Do
so they
what?
can see your real teeth behind the teeth.
Yeah, like it opens.
No, like your demon teeth.
My weird.
Oh well, I should never have googled that.
Would you Google?
Mask made of teeth.
Yeah.
There's this weird. It's an unnaturally dark maw where the mouth opens.
Okay.
Because basically, when she ran the quill down her face, she was kind of cutting the meat suit open so the demon part could attach to the mask and
Oh,
manipulate it.
That's what I was picturing. Yeah. Did nobody
Okay.
else go there mentally?
There's gonna be a good sound when she takes that off later. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I would
It's like
probably lean
meat
over.
Velcro
Um,
ripping.
I would lean over to Quill and say, "He says there was something about contracts in the basement. That's your area, right?"
I'd very much like to see these.
Well, there you
No,
go.
you're Borat now.
As soon as they sign these papers.
He just turns back over to the people and just says, "You heard him. Sign papers."
You're still wearing the mask. Like,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
Still wearing the mask.
And she holds out the quill that's like got blood, her own blood dripping off the end of it, but it's like this weird grayish red blood.
Okay.
Mhm.
Ignore the blood. It's fine.
Because they don't floss.
If you had that many teeth,
Okay, so the one with the broken leg is gone. Like, just like completely passed out from the pain and the terror. The
Okay.
other two are sort of cowering. And if Tyrus hands them the paper and the pen, they might be able to sign.
I can do that.
Taurus,
Vetra is just,
would you hand this to these people, please?
Mm. Here,
These frail meat things.
that doesn't help. Stop helping.
I am still growing accustomed to normal conversation techniques.
We could work on this another time.
Yes. Good.
the guy with the giant meat hook isn't the proper tutor for that.
Yeah.
No,
you might be actually.
blind helping the blind there. But yeah, I'll take the signed papers and hand them
Whoa.
back to.
I just looked at the mask.
Yeah, yeah,
Can we go now?
yeah. I hand the papers back to the Tooth Fairy, and then let's just get on with this
That is.
nightmare.
Yeah, Vetra, you're not Quill anymore. You're Tooth Fairy.
I resent that implication. That I'm
No, you-
fairy.
Maybe you should not have put on Tooth Fairy masks, scary lady.
I thought it would set them at ease. You know, Tooth Fairy is supposed to be very nice to people.
Are you gonna leave the money?
I have killed no one and brought freedom.
Joy to
them.
children everywhere.
Here is shiny copper penny for your troubles.
So, new extortion idea. Vetra takes the people we're sent to beat up. She takes their teeth and leaves them a little bit of money.
Yeah, I'm not even needed at this point. Just sitting around.
She keeps like,
Tyrus
there's
is
a-
scary. Tyrus is not existential terror.
Yeah, I think that's the difference, right? Like, you can roll a scary. Vetra makes people like collapse in fear. It's different.
There's a sound like someone pulling like a tire out of really deep mud, and it's like this slurpy tearing sound. And you turn back, and Quill has a string of things that look like pearls in her hands. and the guy's on the floor covering the bleeding hole from where his teeth were in his mouth.
Oh,
Yep.
Jesus.
I will add this
Add
teeth
to
to
me
my
ask.
own. Yes.
I'd like to go investigate that safe.
Please.
There was a safe?
Yeah, there's a safe
Please
downstairs.
let's do anything else. Oh my god.
And I could actually probably like assist Maxime instead of taking point on that because it's probably going to be a tinker to open.
I have fine
I was just going to go
lockpick.
wreck.
Ooh.
Rec also works, but we want like there's contracts inside, so we probably want them intact.
So,
I'll assist.
Well, hold on. Because you guys stopped the water from getting higher.
Okay.
However, remember you said downstairs.
Yeah,
yeah.
I was afraid you would, think of that thing you clearly had planned before. Can I take a look at the skunk works then and figure out like a pipe that'll drain the basement?
Look at that. You can see what you can get done there. Sure.
Cool.
Sure.
So I'll study at them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll call it a risky because you're not quite sure how all these things interact.
Oh yeah. Anyone want to assist?
Are we studying things?
Yeah.
I'm good at that.
Do you have the mask on?
Yes.
Does
No,
anyone else want to help?
You're studying? No.
Mirko, you take one extra stress.
Yeah.
Being helped by
seriously.
Toothy Fairy.
Yeah.
Remind me, what are you studying exactly?
The pipes.
Try to
Figuring out
Yeah.
which drains the basement.
I think she's gonna get like real close and kind of lean, kind of by your shoulder and be like, "I think we should look at this section here."
There's a clacking sound as she accidentally brushes your own teeth with hers.
4.
Oh.
I'll take 4. And the 1 is from Quill helping.
When Vetra thinks with the mask on, she like taps all of the teeth with her hand.
Yep.
Helping.
Oh wait, here you go. Wait, look.
Was that a study?
Thank you. That's better. Yeah, that was study.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you find a couple of valves that look like they're probably pressure releases. It's just gonna like partially drain the downstairs into the gutters, essentially.
Okay.
It's probably gonna take a little while. And you get the impression that if you're not fairly careful about it when you turn it off, the gutters might backflow into the downstairs.
Okay.
So, might be a thing you want to keep an eye on. But yeah, the waters start to recede.
Okay, let's get in and out quickly.
Cool. Yeah. This whole place now, it went from looking like a flop house to looking like a flop house that was inside of a cruise ship that was crashing. Like, it's all
It's the engine section of the Titanic.
essentially, right? Like, it's furniture's kind of soggy, and you're walking through like
Ugh.
crushed bottles and things. But you find sort of hovel in the back of this area that looks like it's maybe slightly more important, and it definitely has a safe in it. Like, there's definitely a safe there.
It's like old times. It's Kappa Delta Phi.
I do not understand.
It's behind the
this
safe's
word.
behind a desk. It looks like whoever was in charge of this particular branch of the pipe wizards, like styled themselves as sort of a manager for the whole deal. Big muckety muck. Got a what passes for like a nice wood desk, or used to before like it got swamp flooded. Yeah. But the safe is fairly large, and it is sort of welded into the floor and wall.
I thought you were going to say something like the person whose office is belonging to was still down here.
It's like a dead body.
Floating.
Yeah.
He's got headphones on and he's just still working away.
We all float down here.
Oh no. No.
Okay, anyway.
I like
I
that
would like
more, but I
to,
only burn people to death around them. What?
I would like to go pick the lock for the safe.
Okay. Okay, we can do that. Or
I help.
Cool.
we're gonna call this one. We're gonna call this one risky because it entertains me if something goes wrong.
Yeah.
Well, here I'll help you. I'm helping by offering some fine acids that I've been curating specifically for.
I
sort
was
of
gonna use my lockpick.
Yeah. But here's some acids for your lockpick.
Yeah, but watch acids.
Yeah.
And suddenly the check is desperate.
You can combine the two.
Better lockpicking through chemistry.
Exactly. What does this one do? It makes your lockpick sticky. That could help.
It's just a tube of glue.
Oh shit.
There you
Alright,
go.
cool.
Nice.
Roll another die. I'm helping you. You get 3 dice, don't you?
I know,
No,
I think she
I only
tinkers
have
at one.
Yeah, I only have one tinker.
If
I
they're
didn't-
fine lockpicks, though, that should be a great effect.
Oh
That's
yeah,
gonna
you're
pop.
right.
Really roll.
Another roll? I don't think I'm gonna get a 6.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, I mean you can throw another die and see if you can get another 6. If you crit the unlock.
That's already got the bonus die for
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Maxine's help.
Mind, then. Okay, cool. So yeah, you after a few minutes of work, it's not a great save to pop it open.
Yeah.
But inside are coins, not a ton, but some, and then a number of like metal ingots in various precious metals, and then just sort of on the bottom part of the safe, a pile, super thick. It's like maybe 3/4 of an inch thick, of sort of parchment vellum documents.
Okay. I would definitely like to snatch those up before they can get too badly damaged, because I imagine there's still water.
Oh yeah, and well, the safe was not watertight,
Right.
so yeah.
I'm gonna put those in the briefcase if
Sure.
allowed.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you give some indication, I probably hand them. I probably don't bother looking at you, though, because of the mask.
Just like hand it off without
Can I
making
take
eye contact.
those off of your hands, please?
Sure.
They are very wet and therefore a little bit on the fragile side, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would totally risk turning to look at her creepy mask.
I was going to say they're very wet and therefore subject to editing and interpretation.
If
True,
the
also.
mask is problem for you all, I can remove.
Please.
Okay, everyone please look the other way. I'm very sensitive about people seeing my face.
This lady must put on her face. Is joke laugh.
Mrs. Tooth Fairy, we have not been looking at you directly for quite some time now.
Excellent. Please look away. And she turns around, and there's this. If Velcro was made out of meat, it would sound like that of the mask being pulled
That's
off.
a really good word picture. Good job.
Yeah, no, that went together real well. It sure did.
And then like you hear a little sticking sound, and then when you look back, it almost looks like she's putting makeup on. She's got this thing, and she's kind of smoothing the cut in the meat suit. And she fixes her hair and readjusts her scarf, and puts the mask into the briefcase. And she goes, "I am ready to go if you are. Much to study when we return, and I can dry these off."
Comrade.
Did we collect the other things out of the safe yet?
Yeah, I'm definitely stealing those ingots if no one else is.
Yeah. My main concern was getting the papers out before they could be further damaged.
Yeah.
It's fair. That is
Um,
fair. Yeah. I mean, that's what you got for right now.
Sweet.
And now we cheese it because the fuzz is after us.
No, undoubtedly.
I don't think the fuzz comes down here. I don't think the fuzz goes down below like the upper city.
911 is a joke in this town. It really is. Yeah, it's always possible that the pipe wizards had like a mutual protection sort of deal with someone else. Might not be a terrible idea to just cheese it.
Yeah.
There's also other wings of the pipe wizards. This is not a one-shot deal, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, you say wings, but I think they're branches. Because like the whole thing is just like it's like the pipe wizard staff, in both terms of the staff,
Yeah.
and then it has branches off of it.
No.
And then like
that's
person
one too many
in this
puns.
office- the person in this office was a branch manager.
No, Bird, you actually have to go back and say that thing that you said from a while ago.
Give me a sec. I said your papers are in another castle.
There we go.
Nice.
That was good.
When we were talking about summoning Mario and Luigi
but-
ghosts.
All right, now the puns may continue unabated.
So have we
Okay.
successed our heist?
As far as I'm concerned, you have. I mean, I can put some resistance on the way out, but I feel like you guys kind of earned that one.
I gotta head to bed in a little bit. But,
yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. So
Yeah.
I wanted to
Let's wrap it up.
get wrapped up. Cool.
So
Yeah, so you get those back to your hideout / totally legit office. That is clearly not haunted.
Definitely not. We would notice that.
Oh,
We're
I took the
professionals.
mask off, so I can't see the ghost field. Shit.
Do you ever, if you ever wear the tooth mask in the office, you will be, yeah.
It's bad for appearances to wear masks
Yeah.
in the office.
Yes. So yeah, no one's. If you want to actually scare off customers, that's a really good way. You should make that. You should make like a cartoon
Customers.
tooth mask.
If
You're
accounts
like-
payable sees you, they will shit.
All right. So wrap up. I was going to. I mean, obviously you need to look at the contracts, but we can do that in either downtime or
Yep.
next time. And then I guess we could also talk to Lord Bentcombe, but I kind of want to take some time to flesh him out a little bit more.
Yeah, that's fine.
before-
I think we should just finish with the XP and the rep and the coin and all that.
Yeah, the payoff heat downtime and then the end of session.
We can do
Yeah.
the flavor stuff at the start of next session.
So you want to start with the company or with the characters?
Well, we've got payoff still.
Right.
Or are we forestalling that?
No, that's it.
We can go.
Which is like
Payoff?
which is the rep the coin and then we acquire heat.
Yeah, there wasn't a ton of coin.
You said that I stole some cheap items and decent food.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say Strongbox Plus gets us to 5 according to this. 4 plus 1, which
That's convenient.
already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Weird.
Vetra
Rep.
has first coin from this realm.
Yes.
From this work.
For rep,
Uh-huh.
the pipe wizards aren't anything so special.
Yeah, I don't think they're like above us really, huh?
I think they're one above us because we started
They are
tier 6.
technically,
Oh yeah,
because you guys started 0.
that's right.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, I managed to knock my PDF off the.
Nice.
So it's 1 rep per tier higher, so we should get 2
One.
for
So-
default and then 1 for 1 extra.
Okay. Yeah,
Sounds
that
right.
sounds right. That sounds right.
Okay.
3 rep.
And then, so I've actually got like it in the handout. If you go to the second tab and then it's payoff heat and downtime, you can
Oh,
click
cool.
that to embiggen it.
Payoff heat downtime. Excellent. You think of everything, Andrew.
That's why you keep me around.
It really is the only reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like you're a mask made of teeth.
You haven't given us a mask made of teeth reasons to get rid of you.
That's also true.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So, all right. So, your entangles, your heats. So we need to roll that. No, you guys don't have a wanted level yet, though, do you?
Well,
I
so
think you
you
roll
roll
entanglements
0.
after heat.
It's, yeah, so give us heat first. And
Okay.
then you roll like 0d6 in this system as well as 2d6 keep the lower.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you do the
Okay.
entanglement roll.
Okay,
and
well,
that
you
you
were
can
definitely
keep
not zero
secret
heat.
or do in public, your call.
The roll for the entanglements?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's definitely not zero heat. I could see a case being made for either 2 or 4 heat, I think.
I would think 4, because there were at least 2 bombs used.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, only one of them was a real bomb.
There was at least 1 bomb used.
I mean, we didn't
one
do
was-
it, but someone probably noticed the water level going up.
Or down.
Mm-hmm.
We'll call it 4 heat. We'll call it 4 heat.
All right.
Okay.
And then I gotta roll this over here, huh?
Yep.
Yep.
Level 0. So... This work while I'm the GM. This is the best part, was not having to...
This is generally the only time I roll dice.
Okay. So we take the lower, which is 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Prizels and Unquiet Dead.
Yep.
Good
Wow.
thing we're not haunted.
It's a good thing
Yeah.
we're definitely not haunted.
Bum-ba-da-bum,
Okay, well that's
bum-ba-da-bum.
that's
mean,
a
you would
whole new
agree
spin
to
on
ask
the haunting for me, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, yes, that's gonna be so good.
And you can just spring that on us basically anytime you so desire. So like during downtime, before the next job when we're like gearing up, during the next job because it's funny.
Oh. Reprisals are an enemy faction makes a move against you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I can't imagine who would be doing that.
Yeah.
Just imagining pipe wizards like coming up through the toilet in your office.
They're
Guys,
back
we have a
again.
toilet in our office.
They're back again. Get spiked plunger. Thunk.
Alright, is there anything? Is there anything else we need to clean up here?
I
I
think
think-
that's all the end of or the.
Well, end of session XP stuff now.
Yeah, we got the XP
yeah.
things now. Yeah.
Which is like Dungeon World style.
So I think the crew gets
Okay,
2
so you guys
because
all have playbook
it's-
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. So crew, we executed a successful.
extortion.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what is that being our favorite hunting ground thing do? Do we get extra XP for that or something?
I think it's in addition to the engagement role if we
Oh,
do
okay.
the operation that we prefer.
Got you. Okay, so I guess that would be 1 for that, huh? Since we did
Yeah.
the thing. Okay.
And then contend with challenges above our current station.
Yep.
Mhm.
Technically, that happens.
So
Yep.
yeah,
Bolster your crew's reputation. We did focus on the mission and get signatures. Now we own that building.
Yeah, were we professional?
Were we professional?
Were we
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 professional?
opened the door with the explosion. I'm not sure that counts.
Well, that is a type of
You guys-
professional.
Yeah, you guys like sort of oscillated between various types of professional.
Mhm.
Whether that was like professional demolitionist or professional lawyer.
Mhm.
Do you think it's
Just call us
worthy of an
Leon.
XP? Is the question.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you got most of the stuff that you got by making people sign documents, like you served papers, right?
Yep.
That was the job.
And express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. I think we did that in spades.
I think we have a little
Yeah.
inner conflict going too because nobody likes my cool mask.
Yeah.
So is that 1 or 2 XP for that one? For that last one? I think we did that a bunch. Would that be?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd call it 2. Why
Okay.
not?
All right, so that'd be 5 XP. We are 3 away from leveling.
Yes.
The gang. Yeah.
The gang,
Gang.
yes.
Which levels super quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only the one track to level up.
Yeah.
Just think
In-
if we were Bravos in the other game, how much faster we would level.
We'd be prestige 3 times by now.
hmm And then individual XP.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Mike, you want to do your end of session stuff so you can go sleep?
Yeah, sorry, guys. I crashed at about 11:30.
No, that's fine.
That's
That's why I
fair.
figured. That's why I figured we could do you first, since.
Yeah.
I rolled 1 desperate action, so I'll take 1 for that. I adjust a challenge with technical skill or mayhem at least once.
Yeah, I'd
So I
say
get
that's
2
probably
or 1.
2 XP for that one.
At least 2, yeah.
All right,
yeah.
so that's rolls only 3. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Only in that I solved everything with mayhem and cooperation. I cooperated with Bird.
The real
Yeah,
bomb was the
Pirates.
friends we made along the way.
Right. But my gutter thug heritage and my clincher background, I'm not really sure they came into play. So, you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session. False.
Yeah, so what, 3
So-
XP for that?
Yeah, 3, maybe 4. I can't think of 4. So this will go
Well,
3.
the desperate action has like a fixed destination.
Yeah,
it
so
goes
you-
in the
one
stat you
Mhm.
roll.
Yeah, 1 has to go into insight, and the other 3 can go wherever.
Okay, I have spent my insight. You people are wonderful, and I am thanking you for now. And
Good
I
night,
will-
Comrade Maxime.
Yes, I'm logging off as opposed to snoring into camera.
Good call.
Good night, friend.
Night, Mike.
Much
Night.
cheers.
Who feels brave enough to go next?
Oh, Tooth Lady.
Okay.
Mike's
Great
camera's
face.
frozen on my screen and it's creepy.
It's the best face.
I had no desperate actions, so that doesn't count. I addressed the challenge with knowledge or arcane power.
I think arcane power in this setting is legalese.
Well, I rewrote a
Just
ghost
arcane power.
contract and
Yep.
looked in the ghost field and all kinds of
Yeah.
crap.
Mhm.
Okay, so is that 2 for that one?
Yeah.
Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. My heritage is illegal immigrant from another world, and my background is contract lawyer. So, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Which of those is the bone for the teeth mask?
I would think that would be the person from another world, because like she thought this would go over way better than it did.
I kind of hope that that's just like what lawyers do here, though.
They all have weird totem masks that they
Yeah.
wear around. It's
Just
just
wait,
not
the-
all of them are creepy
the-
as crap.
I like
the big
to.
bad of this campaign is going to be a judge who finds all the contracts we made this entire time invalid and throws them all out.
Oh.
I was gonna. I need. That'll be a downtime thing. I'll make a note. I want
He is
to know.
supreme justice.
I want to know if you are like recognized by a bar association or something. Like, is there-
I have not struggled with any issues with my vice or traumas. I'm sure that'll take effect next time. So I'm seeing 4 for that. Sound right? 2 for knowledge, arcane power, and 2 for beliefs, drives, heritage, and background.
yeah.
Okay. Then I am done.
I'll go next. You addressed a challenge with calculation or conspiracy. I don't know if you'd give me conspiracy for trying to get those trolls drunk, but I want to know if you'd give me calculation for like mathing the pipes.
I can believe calculation for that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And then beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. My heritage is just Concordian. I kind of wanted to just do Konkordat because like that sounds more severe
Yeah.
and Slavic. So yeah, Konkordat. And then the background of working poor. I kind of don't have anything for working poor other than just like, hey, job's done, let's get shit-faced again.
Yeah.
And I didn't struggle with issues from my vice or traumas because, yeah. So I'm only thinking
Yeah,
like
that's not-
one there.
Wow. Yeah, and you didn't get a desperate roll, did you?
I totally did. I did a desperate when I tried to get people drunk.
Yeah. That worked out so well.
Really did.
Okay. Okay, cool. No, that sounds about right, I guess.
How many is that
Okay.
total?
One.
The desperate.
No, I meant the regular.
One for my end of session playbook stuff.
Okay.
Turns out that a mastermind isn't especially necessary when you go in boots blazing and
Yeah,
flashes
this wasn't really a
banging.
mastermind operation.
Your investment pays off over time.
Well, and like the other thing that I do is I like set up jobs, and this one we're just sort of thrown in the middle of. So
Yeah, no, that's going to become more of a thing. Yeah.
I'm not worried.
Okay.
Guess I will go next. I did a desperate command action. Resolve. Address the challenge with violence or coercion. I could count 2. There was the one where I pulled out the meat hook, and then the whole please sign or you go to the tooth lady. So I would count 2 there.
The crowbar.
With the crowbar. Beliefs drives heritage background. The only thing I could potentially see for that one is my belief that my capacity for violence doesn't really define me. So despite the fact that I was threatening lots of people, I didn't actually punch anybody.
It's true. You didn't.
So I could consider a point for that. But that's about it. I didn't have any vice or traumas pop up, of course, and no other heritage or background because he's just a street urchin. So
Okay.
So that's 4 total that I count.
Okay. Bloop, bloop.
Sounds right.
Jordan, you're up.
Yep.
Yep, Birdie.
So I did 0 desperate things. For stealth and evasion, just like when I went up into the smoke cloud to make them punch their friends. As for that, I can't think of anything else I did for that section. Your beliefs, drives, heritage background. I kind of came along on this mission because you said like it was by Lord Benchcombe, and like I'm basically like a pet rogue on the side from these jobs.
Okay.
As for like a heritage, I don't really have anything other than like this orphan that was groomed to be, like a weapon and resource for people. I don't think I did any of that. And struggled with issues from vice or trauma. No. So just the one.
Okay.
All right. So what's your total for that one? Sorry, my brain is
1.
shutting down. 1. Okay.
think we're all kinda good there.
So yes.
Head west, young people. Head west.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
West Coast, Best Coast.
Fixed.
Take me back, Vancouver. I miss you.
Take me down to
I
the
keep trying
Paradise
to move
City,
west, and it keeps moving further east. It's weird.
where the masks.
Have you
teeth.
considered that you're holding your compass upside down?
I have. I flipped it over one time and then almost took the exit for Canada.
That's
And
I mean, we've got socialized medicine and maple
Sure.
syrup whiskey, so
these two things are constantly in conflict with each other. But
we call that Quebec. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking before we lose both of our French Canadian viewers.
okay. All right. So cool. Is that all the wrap up stuff for tonight? We'll do downtime next time. Is what we decided.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool,
I had
cool.
to start the stream up a couple times because it flipped out on me, so I'm gonna have to smush the video together before I can put it out. But I will definitely
Okay.
send it your way.
Cool.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yep.
It definitely
Yes.
was.
Good night, folks.
Very much.
And good to meet you, Kyle.
Yes.
Likewise.
Indeed.
Good to meet you all.
Good times, and I guess we'll all see each other around soon.
Sounds good.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Thanks for playing, everybody.
Thanks for
Thanks
running.
for thanks for running.